You heard of Professor Oubier?
Of course.
Like, a banana on a string is modern art. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be the one to say this, but it is utter woke nonsense.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Oubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
Which means now we have to get at those crates.
How come that Lane guy is so rude?
It seems to be a standard requirement for critics.
Well, he doesn't want to talk to me.
If I was you, I'd give him a wide berth, sir.
That suits me. I wouldn't want to get too close to him anyhow.
I mean, you say white berth. He's kind of a white berth as it is.
Do you believe the story that Oubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Oh.
That was a bit of a smackdown
films?
there, wasn't it?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated. What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yes, because I would
I've
really
already
describe
got
all
one of
those pots as exquisite. So, as much as we would lament this, we do have to speak to the art critic.
Shame.
Would you give
Yeah,
your opinion
I
on this
know.
pot, sir?
Yes, very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Haven't even opened the smash room, sir.
What's the
Yes.
difference between my pot and all those other pots?
Yours is broken.
Why, you smug, pompous sloth.
Sticks and stones, dear boy, sticks and stones.
You
What a
smashed
complete
my pot.
arsehole.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time,
Okay,
my revenge.
so how do we get back at this art critic, Burkbot?
It was Lane, the art critic. The glass was half full of wine. The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get it
What
away
was
from
that?
him.
How do we get back at this art critic? Let's top him up.
With some absinthe.
Yeah. I mean, he
I
wasn't paying
splashed
about
a
the
little
house
absinthe
wine.
into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Whoa.
Oh.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact,
Oh?
I could grow to like it.
Might be
Well, that's-
slow.
Well then, let's give him some more.
Allow me.
And there we go. In the arms of an angel.
There was
Now, the
nothing
worst thing
worth
is that Lane
retrieving
is
from
so
the mess.
fat, that's going to take at least 3 days for him to
Fragments
even
of
get up.
priceless pots lay shattered on the floor.
Not
I
even
wasn't
the
going to
art
waste my
critic
breath
is
on
worth
that
saving
clunker.
there.
It was after the count. Glees wasn't happy, I could tell. Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea.
I
how
mean,
much
that's
they
why
cost.
IKEA exists, dude. Just pop down the road. You're grand.
Go away.
A valuable relic of an ancient civilization lay smashed on the floor. The pot had smashed into too many
Aw.
pieces to retrieve.
Yep. Rest in peace, Pop.
A valuable
Gone but not forgotten.
So we don't have a cup puzzle a la Ripper.
No, thankfully not. This game would not do something as cruel.
It was a sturdy packing case.
Now, bear in mind that this game is not designed to be cruel. Like, even the stuff with the gold puzzle was a complete accident. And in a weird way, I think the game felt sorry for you that that happened.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. It was beginning to make sense. Oubier had organized Nico's abduction. Oubier withdrew
So the
money from
condor
Marseille.
is definitely a
Oubier
state
was connected
bird
with
of like.
Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse
I'm
in
gonna say
Marseille.
Mexico.
That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read.
I will see.
Not Mars.
Condor. What country has the condor as national
They
bird?
set off immediately to catch the evening train.
It's South America, to be precise.
Oh.
You have a choice of either Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, or Ecuador.
Ooh, okay.
It was almost dawn when I arrived.
So you weren't too far away.
I
You know, you went with
traced
with North America, as it were, as opposed to Central and South America. So you know, pretty good.
Click that thing.
Well, yeah. So yes, we're now in Marseille. So when I mentioned there that because I hadn't looked at the newspaper clipping, so when I found the sticker initially, the game just kind of basically waited until I read the receipt.
Right, yeah.
And then piece the two things together then, because obviously Mars could mean anything. You know, it could be any city in the world. But then when you see the receipt, the ATM readouts from Marseille, that connects the dots for you. It really shouldn't have taken us this long to meet a guard dog, but here you go.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it.
As you can see, George plays the dumb American tourist quite well.
Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
We've still got some absinthe, right?
Yeah, no, we're out of absinthe, I think.
It was a mean-looking guard dog.
Here, boy.
He is a good boy. He is just doing his job.
The gates were fastened with a heavy.
He's doing a good job of it.
Yeah, he is, in fairness. It's very funny, actually, like, if you walk across, like, he actually does follow you around, which is hilarious.
Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
Now, since that first interaction, he actually does track you, which I think is very cute.
It's like my dog.
Yeah.
It was a mean-looking guard dog. The chimney was a metal pipe with a.
So obviously it goes without saying that we want to try and get past this guard hut. That's the main crux of this level.
Ouch!
So obviously the situation is twofold. We want to try to either get rid of the guard or get rid of the guard dog.
Okay, what's the situation here? We've got some dog food.
Yes.
The spike held a stack of papers which appeared to be shipping documents.
Is
None
he
of them
eating dog
referred to
food?
or Transglobal.
No, he's not. He does have something happening in the stove, but he has dog biscuits definitely.
The box contained nothing.
It would obviously be ridiculous of someone to be eating dog biscuits in this game.
And bulgy, like a sack of potatoes. His flushed and bloated face wore a sleepy, amiable expression. Something was bubbling in the watchman's saucepan.
The night watchman, when insomnia becomes a career.
Couldn't reach that far. It was a large bucket filled with coal. It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front.
Yeah. Speaking of someone who has had a boxer before,
filthy,
that ain't a fucking boxer.
Coffee mug. It was an old blackened kettle.
Please revise your dog breed, sir.
Hi there.
Hey, how long you been watching me?
I wasn't watching.
You were looking.
Oh.
I mean, we're gonna have a pretty long conversation here, Burkwell.
Don't you,
So I hope you're enjoying
do you
the
know what
wonderful
time
view
it
of this
is?
guy's massive
No,
ass
I don't wear a watch.
in the middle of the screen.
As my
It's,
dad used to say.
She was
I'm
about
not
to
into time,
comment
man.
that, like,
Well,
you know,
you
at least we got a
were.
view for this.
So,
What time is
Burkwell
it
likes big
anyhow?
butts.
The big hands
Pass
on
it on.
the floor.
I'm not lying.
Why aren't you in bed?
No,
I can explain everything.
Never
See,
mind.
we are
I
now
ain't
twerking
that
for Guardsmen.
interested.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national
Everything's
holiday.
closed for a month.
Everything is closed for a
Yep.
month.
Well,
the
wouldn't you
fucking
just
French
know
are
it?
at it again.
National Holiday Month.
Yeah. That is like that comes as like okay.
Take a look
I
at
know
this
every
one.
country is different and like it's like shocking enough some places on the continent
write it?
also do
Oh,
like
no.
4-day
No,
weeks
it's
and
a
everyone
letter
has a
from my
lovely
girlfriend
work-life
to my
balance. In Ireland we don't do that. In Ireland we overwork.
If I was
Like
you,
and
I'd
that's like
smack 'em in the
statistically
mouth.
fact
Well,
compared to the
that's not my style,
rest of
but
the country,
thanks for the advice.
of Europe and of the world. So like this whole like this quaint little idea of like, oh yeah, let's just shut things down for a month. It's like,
Have you ever seen
fuck you,
anything
there's
like
money
this
to be
before?
made. Get back to work, you.
No, pal, what is it?
So what would you do
Poisoned
for a month
dog
without
used for
work?
hunting.
That's what I'm saying. We got shy foot. This is why. It's because France has nice weather, right?
No.
You can able to fuck off to the
Monkeys and
south,
stuff.
have yourself a bit of a
Dipped in
vineyard,
poison.
go for a little swim in
Hey,
Nice, you know,
what you got
maybe
against
go up
monkeys?
to the
I love
northeast
monkeys. I
and you know
was
to go
just using them as an
skiing
example.
or catch some
Well,
rugby or you know any other French pastime
What's
like
cooking?
bulls
Beans.
or you know
You know a
whatever
man
the hell
doing
whatever
nothing
fucking youth
but
hostling
monkeys.
is, you know that sort of
Not
stuff.
this one.
In Ireland, it fucking rains all year.
Don't you
You
ever
know
get
what I
tired of
mean?
eating
There's no
Yeah.
point in us doing a national
Sure
holiday.
I
There's
do.
fucking nothing to
What do you
do.
take me for?
You know?
And what's the alternative?
Peas.
Like if we
can't
did
eat
the
it too
national
often,
holiday,
though.
I guarantee
They
if we did a
play
national
hell with
holiday, it
my
would last about
digestion.
3 days, and we'd all get bored of it.
Have you ever considered changing
Sure,
your
like
diet?
Arthur's Day
What's wrong with
didn't
beans
last
and
long.
beer?
You need
Arthur's
me to
Day
tell
is a
you?
hilarious.
You're pumping
That's a
out
hilarious
methane
bit of
you're
Irish history,
dirigible.
isn't it? Like, but like we tried to basically have an alcoholics day, and shockingly enough, of
None
course
my
it failed.
friends or professors are anything like
It's like-
that.
It's all pretend to be shocked when it falls on its arse. It's like, oh yeah, when's Arthur's Day? Oh, it's just right after Paddy Power Day, which is obviously before Cheltenham.
Oh gosh. No,
I'm looking for
like
a young
even
woman.
like the October bank holiday,
What kind of woman do you
you
have in
can't
mind?
never do
You
anything
don't
for it
understand.
because the
It's
weather's
my
so
girlfriend
damn.
I'm trying to
I
find.
think
Yeah.
if it was
Well, I
just
ain't
cold,
seen
you
her.
could probably
You
do
should tell
something.
her.
But it's never
Dogs
just
ain't
cold,
no
it's
place
wet
for a
and
young
miserable.
lady. They're
I don't know
dirty
anyone who
and
actually
they're
does
dangerous.
anything on those bank holidays. Like I think genuinely that is just an opportunity for all
I'm
of us to
certain my
sleep.
girlfriend was brought
Like-
here when she was
Yeah, from our
abducted.
overworkedness.
Yeah,
That girl
literally.
was
Like
kidnapped?
like even when the
Yeah.
clocks go for like the only
Struck
reason that
down
like
by an
Ireland would
Indian
absolutely
with a
keep daylight
poisoned
savings
dog.
time is
Like
because
the one you showed
they
me.
need to have that
The very
hour
same.
in the winter
I could tell he didn't
where
believe
everyone
me.
can actually have an extra hour sleep. That is crucial to the national
Never heard
psyche.
of
If you take
Condor
that away
Trans
from the
Global?
people, there's gonna be fucking riots.
They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Like they
Not
like when
until
when the
after
clocks go
the
forward in
holidays.
March, that's fine.
Come
We're
back
prepared
in
for
a
that. It's
month.
around Easter. You know, it's
I have to make a
okay.
delivery to
It's
Condor
around
Trans
either
Global.
Easter or Mother's Day. Either way, you're visiting your mother and you have to get a day over quicker. That's absolutely fine. That's totally fair enough. You know,
You some kind of
but
nut?
when the clocks
Ah,
go
it was
back, that is
easy. I
your
just put one
fucking
foot in front of
time.
the other.
That is a tax on time, and you need to use it.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about.
Well, for a
being
start,
trucker.
George, you're not wearing flannel, so you can
Do
definitely
you
tell
know
that you're
what
not a
kind of
trucker.
business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to
Like you name me one trucker that wears a suit jacket to all your business.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say.
What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number.
I mean,
20.
I think we should. I think we should normalize naming dogs after numbers.
Just a bad attitude. Like I said, he's a trained attack dog. They took him when he was a puppy and messed with his head to make him the way he is.
I think 20 is a lovely name for a dog.
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
It's not the worst.
No, I think 70.
Like my dog has her ears tattooed from when she was a racer, So her number isn't memorable. I don't know what it is.
No.
Book Greyhound Racing.
Yep, absolutely. You're all a bunch of bastards.
Okay, what do we have here?
Bobbing up and down in the oily water was the watchman's discarded beer bottle.
So that's the bottle that the guy like threw down the hatch
Just,
there.
yeah,
Was
he
just
just
out
threw
of
it down
reach.
a chute.
Nothing was going to get me into that water if I
So
could help
that's
it.
a little word for attention to detail. Which also means then he's got a trap door. Here you are. See? It was just as easy as that.
It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner.
Eh,
Excuse me.
Huh? Who's there?
Oldest trick in the book. Oh my goodness. Is that a death?
No, that is just us landing on our balls.
The guard dog was staring at me with a hungry look in his eyes.
I mean, come on. I mean, like, we need to have a fart gag in a serious
Hey,
point-and-click
20.
game like this, you know? It breaks the tension up.
The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed.
So, Burpa,
My
can you
arms
see the
weren't
elements
long
of this
enough to
puzzle
reach
coming
the
together?
platform.
I can see. I'm not quite sure how they're all gonna line up.
A short stick of wood floated near the edge
Okay.
of the landing
But
stage.
yeah, I can kind of see where we're going with this. We need dog biscuits to calm the dog, and
Yeah.
we need to distract the guard so that we can get the dog biscuits.
Okay.
The stick had a hook on one end.
Let's see.
I figured it
Would
was a boat
you
hook.
believe that
For
all we
hooking
have to do
boats.
is distract the dog? The guard himself is
It was
actually
a short
like
wooden-handled
happy
boat
enough in
hook.
his little hut.
So is this just all a MacGuffin?
Well, no, we still have to deal with the dog. The dog is the central problem. Like the dog is making the noise. So let's work on the premise that we want to get. So you're half right in terms of we need to get the dog biscuits. That's the first thing. So how do we get the guard out of the hut?
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sill, now half full of filthy dock water. The label
Offer
read,
him a new beer.
Surge, the beer that clears your
Unfortunately, like zero water is not going to cut it. But it does. The answer does involve the bottle.
Oh, you're gonna jam the chimney.
Ding, ding, ding! Burpa got it in one. So, because the chimney is hot, we need to cool it down
The bottle
first. So
was
that's
half
what
filled
the
with
bottle of water is for.
Maybe it would cool